Hi, ladies. I am so okay. Calm down, y'all. I am excited to be on here talking about dating. Y'all know, love, relationships, dating. Those are some of my favorite things to talk about. Hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. I was looking at my eyebrows and they're kind of thick and bushy, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is receiving this information so you can enjoy your date nights and just to give you some overall tips while you're dating. I pray that this video helps you. I do know that it was fun making this, writing down some of the ideas that I wanted to talk, and I'm gonna try not to be too long. Y'all know I always say that, but I'm gonna try not to be too long for real this time, because I do want to, I'm probably gonna end up having to make a part 2, so this won't be like a 30-minute video, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. And the title of this video is Snatch His Soul Sis. Okay, because we are in the season of snatching souls, y'all, and I'm making it up, but no, but for real though, we are in the season where I feel like God is matchmaking and putting a lot of his children together who have been waiting for so long. You've been faithful in your journey, as faithful as much as you knew how, and you've been praying in the Holy Ghost. You've been praying to God like, Lord, this is getting hard, y'all. I just had to pray this prayer today. Hear me good. I just had to pray this prayer today like, Lord, this flesh is getting out of control. You're gonna have to send her baby boo boo on now so he could come do what it do. Okay, amen. All right, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm going to talk about how to snatch a man's soul. And what I mean by that, it's just kind of like a fun title, y'all. It's not deep. Don't be weird with this stuff. It's just giving you tips for your overall date night so you can have the best dates while you're dating and waiting on Mr. Right to come in and check off your list, you know. But anyway, while you're dating and you are going out on dates, I do want to give you some pointers and some tips that could help you out just to have an overall date night. Even if this guy that you're going out on a date with isn't the one, at least you'll go out, you'll put your best foot forward, and you'll have a good time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first pointer is your appearance, how you look, the way you present yourself, what a man sees. And remember, I always say, well, y'all probably don't know this is probably my first time telling you guys, but whenever I'm talking to other women and they're talking about date nights and what they want to wear, how they want to look, how to be presentable to a man, what colors, and all of those things, I'm going to go into detail in a minute. But I always tell them that a man sees you long before he hears you. So even when you're doing this whole date thing, you do want to make sure that you're putting off what you want a man to know about you, or to how you want him to perceive you or receive you. So dress accordingly with the message that you want to send. If you want him to look at you and view you as a possible wife, then you have to dress like a wife, because how he sees you is how he's going to view you. And if you want to dress like a woman that's ready to go to bed and have a midnight rendezvous, maybe one night stands are your thing. That's not my thing. And I know that if you're trying to have a husband, then that's probably not going to be his thing either as well. Not going to be a good man's thing. And even good men, I say this all the time, they will go to bed with you and they'll do different things with you, but they still won't look at you as a wife. So if you're trying to make men see you as a wife, because you are a wife, sis, you are a wife, but if you want them to see you as that, then you have to dress. You can't dress like hoochie mama who finna go get her groove back and all of this stuff, and then you're like, why doesn't anybody treat me nice when I go out? But you're wearing like hoochie mama jeans and your stuff is showing and sitting out there and breasts are all the way out, and then you're like, why doesn't anybody think I'm a wife or wifey material? And I'm like, we just can't do that. So if you want a man to look at you as a wife, you have to be a wife. And that definitely carries on in your appearance and the way that you present yourself. So here are some choices and some styles that you do not have to wear these. I'm just going to insert a few pictures right here just so you ladies can see some of the clothes. Like if you want to be fun and casual, you can wear something like this. This is what I would probably wear if I wanted to be flirty and a little bit more, not sensual. I don't want to say sensual, okay? But y'all know what I'm saying. If I want to be flirty and a little bit more like on the edge, a little bit more romantic, then I'll probably wear something like this. And if I wanted to be just laid back, depending on the date, I would probably wear something like this. So you can definitely wear whatever you want to wear. It's totally up to you. But I do want to tell you girls, as far as colors goes, pink, like that blush, kind of like this color that I'm wearing, a little bit more pinker than that, but that blush color is definitely a go-to. I don't know what it is about pink, but I don't know if it's just like manly men are attracted to it, but it seems like when I wear pink or that light blush looking color, I have so many men just approach me, and drinks from the bar. I'm just giving you an example. I don't, you know, take all these drinks, but just, you know, like, hey, can I get you a drink? Hey, can I? It's just like men just go crazy. I don't know what it is about pink, but yeah, maybe it's that feminine energy that, you know, it looks like I'm putting off, and then, you know, you look sweet and you look innocent. So yeah, pink is definitely the way to go, as well as black. If you want to, you know, for our ladies that are, you know, slimming down, I'm one of them, okay? I'm getting in shape and things like that. But if you're getting in shape and you want to appear a little bit smaller than you really are, then black is totally the way to go. Put a little color to it. It don't have to be just jet black looking like something out of I don't know, Lord of the Rings or Darkness Falls. Just, you know, do you can add a little color. Ooh, Jesus, why did I say that? I'm gonna have to be binding up this spirit tonight. But you can put some kind of color to it. You know, you don't have to look like something coming out of a scary movie, okay? But to sum this whole point up, just make sure that you look good. And it's not really about the size, even for the women that are, you know, on this weight loss journey like me. Every woman is some man's type, okay? And for my sisters who are slimming down and you've been asked out on a few days, and you may not feel your best right now because you're not the size that you want to be, do not let a size stop you from living your best life, okay, sis? And don't bring up your weight on a date. Men are not even looking at that, and if he asks you out, then guess what? He must like that thickness, okay? So just don't even bring it up. Put on your best clothes. Make sure you're smelling good as well. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. Now here is just like full disclosure on what I do for date nights, depending on how much I like the guy. But I'm gonna smell good regardless, but I go put the extra foot for, you know what I'm saying, when I'm trying to make that impression. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hold on, y'all. Okay, so when I want to smell fruity and smell like watermelons, this is my routine. After, I always use a base, which is just some kind of Dove. You know, you can use Dove or something like that. But after I use that Dove, because I do have sensitive skin, and when it's time to start dousing up for like my date night and getting those smells into my skin and how I want to smell for the rest of the night, this is what I use. Cucumber Melon by Bodycology, and it is amazing. After I use that, I go to this watermelon shea scrub. Hold on, I don't know if you can see it. Watermelon shea scrub, and y'all, this stuff is, oh my god, it's just amazing, y'all. Just I want to go get in the shower again right now. Anyway, this watermelon scrub stuff right here, and then after I use that, I go right into African shea butter. Okay, African shea butter is so thick, and it's so thick, and it stays on your skin all night. It's still on my skin, and I done took a shower 2 hours ago, and it just keeps you, you know, that fresh look, that youthful appearance. You may want to use it light if you're going to put on like some heavy makeup. I just wear light makeup or natural natural kind of makeup, so I don't, not really big on makeup. I'm more of a natural girl. But I do want to say this: put that on and spray. This is the spray that goes along with the body wash that I just showed you guys. So this is a spray in the body wash. Cucumber Melon. Oh my god, y'all, it smells amazing, okay? Y'all, it smells amazing, okay? Amazing. And after that, my sister brought me this from some lady named Queen Venus. I pray over everything, okay? Because I don't know who this is. Talking about some Venus, Mars. I ain't with all this stuff. But anyway, my sister did buy me this, and I prayed over it. But it's watermelon taffy body butter, and woo, y'all, when I just want to seal the deal, honey, I'm rubbing my neck. I'm putting this up on me, okay? And I am spraying, okay? Like what you see, I'm spraying. I'm spraying. Woo, it's strong, but it smells woo good. I'm spraying, and that's what I'm putting on. When I want to get when I want to snatch, and I want to snatch his soul, that's what I'm putting on, okay? I gotta calm down. Y'all, why am I so silly tonight? Had to be something I ate. Had to be some in that spaghetti. But anyway, when I want to snatch, ooh, that's strong. Ooh, Jesus. But it smells wonderful. But when I want to snatch, that's my go-to, okay? Watermelon down. And he gonna be like, dang, you smell like fruit. You smell good. What's good, girl? And I'm be like, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'm excited. That's stupid. Y'all, I just be having fun with myself. Anyway, I guess I'm just excited because I know I'm going to be dating soon. And no, there are no prospects right now. But there will be. Watch, okay, baby. When the girl move to LA, it's going to be on and popping, okay? But anyway, so that is what I use on date night. Now, if I don't really know the guy and this is the first date, then I'll just stick to just some simple. This is also smells good as well, but I'll just stick to some Dove. Some Dove, mango, almond butter, and be smelling like mangoes. It's not as loud, and like I'm not really trying to catch his attention. It's just a light scent, and it's exfoliator. Oh my God, it's amazing. But anyway, I'll just use that when I don't really, you know, I'm like, I want to smell good, but I ain't trying to just like suck them in yet. But yeah, so that's it. That is my routine for date night. As far as loud, you know, stuff, and it's not like overbearing. It's subtle and sweet, but it's still loud enough to get the point across, and where you're gonna be like, dang, you smell good. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you want to make sure that you look good. I want to make sure everything is clean, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what products to use for your girl, this is what I use. It's called Oh My, and like I said, Watermelon Town. It is juicy. And it's juicy. It's juicy watermelon flavor, okay? I mean, not flavor. I'm sorry. It's juicy watermelon soap for it's. How can I say that? God, not flavor. It's juicy watermelon. I'm gonna have to edit that out because the Saints gonna be thinking I'm sleeping, and I promise I'm not. But anyway, it's juicy watermelon. Scent, fragrance, yes, juicy, not flavor, juicy watermelon scent. I don't need the Saints thinking I'm doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing to marriage. All right, let's go. So make sure that you look good, you're smelling good, you know, your hair is cute, not looking like this, not coming out with no hats on, you know, unless you're trying to run the dude away, or unless y'all have already dated a few times and it's a laid back date, you know, you'll know what to do. But on the first date, this is for first dates. We're talking about snatching his soul, sis, and this is what we want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and move to point 2. Let's go. Let's get off of this point. Point number 2, your conversation. Ladies, do not give a man your whole life story. Please discern his spirit if you can. Pray about it before you even go on this date. But on this date, I want you to look at his facial expression. Look at his cues, his signals. Don't sit at the table and be talking to this man and giving him your whole life story, and this is the first date. You don't want to run him off. Neither do you want to give a man all of your problems and just bear him down, and for the rest of the date he's like, oh my gosh, she went through so much as a child. And you don't want that. You want to keep the date light. The date is fun. It's about getting to know him. You want to keep it free. You do not want to place a burden on this man and have him, you know, walking around the rest of the date sad and thinking about what happened to you in your childhood, what mama, brother coulda, shoulda, did and didn't do. Don't do that. Just keep the conversations light, airy, get to know him, ask questions. Remember, this is a date. This is not a therapy session. Number 3, be yourself. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. You cannot attract real or authentic when you're fake and wearing a facade. The best time to be yourself is on date number 1. Date number 1 is so important because this is the date that sets the tone for the rest of your relationship. If you're fake, if you're faulty, if you're putting on a facade. You're trying to put your best foot forward and all of these things on date number one. How is this guy gonna know who is the real you? Y'all see me, I be myself all the time. Even when people tell me I shouldn't be myself, I'm sorry, I just can't help it. I can't, I just can't do it. I am myself 100% of the time. Now, you may have a pullback if it's like a business meeting or things like that, but even in those, I'm still myself. Like, my personality still comes out. I'm still bubbly. I've always been bubbly, always been goofy, always been, you know, just the girl with the light shining and just silly, and people can see that from across the room, and I don't ever want to lose that by trying to pretend to be stuck up and like I've got it all together, and I've just not me. I just can't be anybody else. So the number one, what should have been the number one thing, but it's the number 3 point, please be yourself, okay? And a tip about being yourself, why it's so important and it's such a blessing, because the more that you are yourself, the more your personality is going to bring and draw the people to you that need to be in your life, and the more it's going to repel the people that shouldn't be in your life. So either way, you still win. So just be yourself. Sorry, y'all, I'm thirsty. So be yourself, and just be yourself. I'm sorry, it's nothing. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful when you're yourself. So we're gonna move to number 4. I'm getting tongue tied. Number 4, be polite. I cannot stress this enough. Do you know how many women are like rude and impolite? Sis, if the guy does something nice for you, if he opens up your door, if he buys dinner and he's like, you know, I really enjoyed my time tonight with you, and he's offering or another date, or saying, hey, maybe tomorrow we can do this, or maybe next week we can hit this up, and you really want to, you should tell him that. Be like, yeah, I enjoy myself too. I look forward to it. You don't have to sit and hold back and I don't want to let him think that I'm easy. Being polite is not easy. It's just being polite. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to hold back your compliments. If he looks good in that suit, or he looks good in that shirt and them pants, then you tell him that, okay? Okay, you tell him that. You ain't got to sit back and the whole date and just, oh, thank you for buying dinner. Thank you for it. Don't take all that. Just be polite. Being polite is not easy. Being polite is not loose. Being polite is not saying, hey, let's go have a one night stand. Being polite is just what it is. Being polite. And there's so many women who are just like, you know, Lord, when is the right one gonna come? And then a good man comes along and you have fun with them, but you never tell him that. And one thing about men that I do have to say, most men, maybe not all, but most, are definitely affirmed driven, okay? Meaning that if you don't say anything, if you don't tell him, hey, I really enjoyed going golfing with you, I really enjoyed going swimming with you, I really enjoyed paintball and us making this pizza together on this date, I don't know what you do, painting and drinking, whatever you do, I really enjoyed this. Men are affirmation driven. So if he's like, man, okay, and he brings you a bouquet of flowers and you're, oh my gosh, thank you so much, and you're appreciative of that, he's going to make a mental note in his head, okay, this is something that she likes. So if I like this girl and I'm trying to impress her, and you know, I need to probably keep doing this thing or do this every now and again just to, you know, show her that I kept a mental, show her that I'm listening, you know what I'm saying? But if he buys you flowers and you really like it, but you sit up and you don't say anything, I mean, who is that serving? Like, what is that doing? But you go and you tell your friends, oh my God, he bought me flowers, he was so sweet. But then you get around him and you're quiet and you're mean and you're not saying anything. How is he gonna know? He's gonna be like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't buy her flowers. Maybe she's not a flowers type girl. So clear communication. Be affirmative and just be polite. If you like something, say thank you. You don't have to be rude or impolite. Being polite is not loose, it's not easy, it's not fast, it's just polite. Okay, ladies, now the last point, and I am out of here. See, I made this video quick. The only point that I stayed on long was number 1, but I made the other ones really, really quick to make up for that, okay? See, I told y'all I could be quick. Shoot, y'all better give me my pointers. What? Anyway, number 5, which is the last point for today, is be in the moment. Ladies, This is very, very important. You cannot look off in the clouds. If you're having a group date, you cannot keep looking at your girlfriend or anything like that. If you like this guy, now if you don't like him, then still try to treat the man with some kind of decency and respect just for his time and energy. You don't have to just be totally mean, even if in the back of your head like, yeah, this is the first and last date, because I didn't have to do that. But I still treated the man nice to where he was like, man, it didn't work out, but she was really, really nice. You don't have to be nasty, even if you know that this is probably going to be your last date. Anyway, be in the moment. Don't look off at your phone. Don't be looking off in the clouds, like, you know what I'm saying? And don't be in your phone the whole night, okay? Texting someone. And then if you like the guy and then he gets mad at you because you're looking in your phone and he decides to cut the date short, or hey, I gotta go run an errand, or hey, my mom needs something, and you probably know he lying, but you're the one who was looking in your phone and texting. So can you really, really get mad? So just show people the same type of attention that you will want them to show you, and just be in the moment, okay? Do not let anything distract you, because the thing about being in the moment is, how are you going to know that you like someone or that you don't like them if you don't ask questions, if you're not being in the moment, if you're not really soaking them up for the person that they is? If you are in your phone half of the night and then this guy is a real jerk, you may give him a second or a third date and be like, hey, I was there, but I wasn't really there, so I'm gonna go back out on a second date. But if you were paying attention like you should have been, or asking questions and looking at his cues, looking at the way he does this, then you would know, like, okay, yeah, we have no chemistry. What the crap am I doing? I'm not gonna see this man again. You would know that. So you really do want to take this date and time to ask questions, to talk, to feel somebody's spirit, feel their vibe, the energy that they're putting out there, and just to see if this is going to be a fit, because date number 1 does tell you all that you need to know. It really, really does. If you use date number 1, and especially date number 2 and 3, but if you use date number 1 as you're supposed to, many people won't even make it to date number 2. They just won't. Many people won't make it to date number 2 if you're using your date number 1 correctly. So ladies, I pray that this video blessed you. I'm gonna get out of here, and I have nothing else to say except for there is going to be a part 2, but this part 2 is probably going to go more into detail about exactly what to do on the date, like what questions to ask. I may talk about questions and things like that, and some of these questions, I'm old school. I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. I like to talk to a man for a couple weeks before I even go out on a date. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if a man cannot have a now this is me. If a man cannot have a civilized conversation with me for at least 30 minutes to an hour, then there's no point of me even talking or going out on a date with you. Because it just, if we can't flow on the phone, and it's so much better in person, but if we can't flow on the phone and it's awkward and it's weird in the conversation, I know how it's going to be in person. Now, that's just how I am. I don't waste my time in person. If you don't pass the phone test, you can't even come out on a date with me. I'm sorry. I know that may sound a little crazy. Now, if I met this man out at a party or something, then, but more than likely 95% of the time, 99% of the time, I try to have a conversation with men to get to ask a few of these questions, to know where their head is, because if they fail in these questions, there ain't even no point of you seeing me again, honey. That's just how I am, okay? But anyway, date. Okay, we are dating effectively, ladies. We are dating with intention. We are dating with the purpose and with the plan. We're not just out here being loose, being wild, hot girl summer, being crazy. I'm not out here doing that. So if you're a woman and you want to date with purpose, and you truly are ready for the spouse that God has for you, and you're like, Lord, I'm doing what you're telling me to do, I'm obeying, y'all, the number one thing that God has told me to do is lose weight. So I'm apparently, my husband, and it's not just for my husband, it's for my career and everything else, and I'm about to move. It's just so many things that are happening, but that's the number one thing. Ooh, Lord, why am I breaking out? Anyway, that's the number one thing that God is telling me to do. And you do have to trust God to prepare you for your husband. That's a whole nother video, y'all. I've been having dreams. I've been like, Lord, okay, you speaking. It's so much stuff I'm gonna keep to myself, but I will share in due time. But however, in this season when God's preparing you, you do have to know how to date. You don't want to, miss over your husband because you was Y'all, I can go on and on. I'm gonna end it right here. There is gonna be a part 2 to questions that you should ask on your dates and questions when you're getting to know someone, and then I may go off into marriage and other things. We'll see however the Lord leads me, but I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to be longer than what I'm supposed to be, so I pray that this video bless you, and I will see you ladies next week. Bye.